I've often been asked the question what my favorite thing about the Abyss is.
Where did you... Oh, you said you came from the Abyss. That makes sense.
It's not so much the Abyssness that I can say that my favorite is coming out of the Abyssness.
To see like a 2014 911 Turbo S?
All right, so I don't know if you guys know this. Every Porsche is my favorite Porsche, but the Turbo S has always been Tyler's crowned jewel.
I love cars that go fast. This has 560 horsepower, does 197 miles an hour.
Wah, wah, wah. Not quite 200.
And Motor Trend did 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds. Everybody that reviewed this 2014, well, not this specific one, but the 991.1 generation Turbo S did different 0 to 60 times. The one that I found that I feel is most reputable is 2.6 seconds.
And I just did it in 6.2 seconds.
Probably. If you want this car, it's for sale at Porsche St. Paul. Their link is in our description.
Man, they have the cars.
They really do.
They have the cars.
You're going to love it if you buy it. It's amazing. And you can get other Porsches there. It's not just 911 turbos.
This one happens to have a lot of extra
carbon
fiber bits, which I'm not a gigantic fan of them, but you can switch them out if you don't like them. But
I think they look pretty cool.
This is, so far, a crazy, fun, and fast experience. Let's get them in the driver's seat and show them what it's like to drive a 2014 Porsche 911 Turbo S.
That's a long name. Why does Porsche make so long of names? Just name it super fast, go fast car. Wait, that's longer.
Well, I don't know exactly what it is that you like about turbos. I'm more of a GT3 guy, but I think it has something to do with this.
Yeah, it's exactly that. It's that it's so fast that you can't think.
All right, it is stupid fast.
It is.
I will give you that. This being a 2014, comparing it to your 2014 Cayman,
that's a good comparison.
I would say yours, and this is specific to this car, I would say that yours is a little more like firm. Like I feel like this has loosened up in its 27,000 miles.
It is also a Turbo S, which is really fast, but it's also meant to be the most luxurious.
And it is comfortable.
It's real comfortable.
When you have it in Sport Plus, it will not shift until you get to red line.
So it's really loud and we have to yell.
Or you can just do this.
Now it's in second.
And then you get the burbles. And then you're fine.
Yeah.
Okay, go around the corners.
You can tell it's a little softer because it is a touring car, not a GT car.
And I always expected the Turbo and like this, the Turbo S, to be like the focused railroad, you know, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
I don't know, we got distracted by a 987 Cayman. It was a .1.
I always thought it would be handling more like on rails. But the Turbo is not that car. That's what the GT cars are for.
Yes. The Turbo, for whatever reason, they decided, let's make it as stupid fast as we can, and if you want to race anything in a straight line, you just win.
You do not want to race it around a corner on throttle. I mean, at a racetrack, maybe. But going around these corners on throttle, you need to be a little careful.
Well, back when, turbos were called Widowmakers because they were rear-wheel drive. Well, when you just bump the horsepower to 560 horsepower and still give it a significant rear-wheel drive bias, even though it's all-wheel drive, it's still a Widowmaker.
Although the ride quality is softer than a GT car, I will say that the car goes wherever you put the steering wheel. Wherever you're looking with your eyes, it is going there. I feel like it has a little bit of body roll. I don't think it has much at all.
No, but again, I think it's because it's supposed to be a touring car and supposed to be comfortable. And zero body roll isn't actually that comfortable.
This one has the carbon ceramic brakes.
All Turbo S's have carbon ceramic brakes.
And that burble is amazing.
It's real loud.
Not factory.
No.
But
No.
you can tell because the carbon fiber brakes, they're an expensive option, and I don't quite know if it's my style, but they bite.
Before the comments destroy us, they're carbon ceramic, not carbon fiber.
Well, that would be a brake, wouldn't it? So the turbo is all-wheel drive, and even with that little pull, it loses a little bit of traction.
Really?
Yeah. Why don't you get behind the wheel of this and drive the Turbo S and see if your childhood dream is still your childhood dream.
See if I still love the dream car as it's been were. It's a dream car. I like dream cars. Dream car. Yeah, I like it. This is a very, very comfortable car. It's very fast if you want it to be. It's very not fast if you don't want it to be.
It does have a bit of the dual. The purples are amazing. It's fun. That comes via an aftermarket exhaust, but probably worth it on your Turbo S.
Yeah, the Turbo S, if you want to spruce it up a little bit, make it a little more exciting, yeah, aftermarket exhaust does that.
I think this has a dual personality, for sure.
Yeah,
Because
100%.
it can be very comfortable. We got a lot of crazy drivers today. It can be both very comfortable and scary fast.
Yes, also, I am so used to driving a manual Porsche that I almost pushed a clutch in when there isn't a clutch, which would have been the brake pedal.
Handling wise, jeez. Sorry, everybody.
That was just a minor second gear gas, and it just becomes a complete rocket ship.
That is what the Turbo S has going for it. Is those turbos spool up, and it is a different beast.
Yeah.
I was not prepared for that in the least.
Hey, I had straight road. That means pedal to the, not even the floor.
What do you think about the handling around the corners? Is it too soft?
No, I think it's great for what it is. It's a GT car. I want a comfortable daily driver. This is what that would be. Like, or a cross-country road trip car. This would be what? Perfect?
Well, I will tell you one thing. You would have no issues driving those people or passing those people who are driving slow in the left lane.
I can tell you don't get good gas mileage though with this. Today, would you like to know, so this can get like 20-something miles to the gallon, but when you drive it with a little bit of fun, 9.
I mean, 9's better than 0, objectively.
Yep. So, yes, amazing Grand Touring car, amazing in so many ways, but it does have its limitations. It is not fuel efficient. It is not a GT or a sports car. It's not one of the GT series cars. Why are Porsches so weird?
I think it does, like, I haven't thought about it very much, but it doesn't quite fit into its place like I thought that it would.
No, it's just a very, very luxurious, has every option. It's got heated, cooled seats, because why wouldn't it? It is not a race car. It is a... I can't figure it out.
No, because, like, me, I gravitate towards GT cars.
Yep.
I like the harshness of them. I like what they do. They're terrible. We drive them daily, but they're terrible daily driving cars.
We don't drive them daily. We would drive them daily. If you guys like, comment, and subscribe.
This car, it makes a lot of sense, but it doesn't make sense with our mind because it's wickedly quick, but it's too comfortable to be that quick.
Wickedly quick.
Now, I will say, as far as a daily driver goes, it's all-wheel drive. So you have to drive it in the winter.
Also, I do have it in PDK, like manual shifting mode. You touch the pedal more than just having it like flush. You make it start moving, it's shifted. Instantaneous shift.
With the brief time that you've had with this Turbo S, because this has always been my question, is the Turbo / Turbo S still the pinnacle of your Porsche mindset?
I'll answer that on the outside.
Snails or no snails?
Snails! Oh, we're talking about turbos?
Yeah.
Great question. I don't have a great answer for that. You know what I do have an answer for? This is for sale, Porsche St. Paul. You should go check it out, honestly. The link in our description is right there. You can buy this car at Porsche St. Paul. But you asked me if this is still my dream type of Porsche. Kind of. You know what it is? The GT2 RS, the pinnacle, is honestly my dream now. Which is this, but a GT car. It is both. But if I had to take one, I don't know. It depends on what my uses are. So if I want to daily drive a car, this is really, really good at it. But so is a GT4 or a GT3 or...
I think once you get to this level of the Porsche family, you have a lot of hard decisions to make.
They are all so good. Now, I will say, this car is not a car that makes you want to drive it particularly quickly. You are completely able to, but on our route, I didn't really have any interest in speeding. But, I don't know, we didn't drive it on the highway. Maybe I would there, but I know it's very, very, very capable.
I think I like it. The GT3 from the beginning, from as long as I can remember, has been like, you know, the car that I have really enjoyed.
I was gonna say since you were a wee boy, but the GT3 came out after you were a wee boy. Ha! Old person.
I can get behind a Turbo or a Turbo S like this one.
Yeah.
I think it is more of a daily driver commuter car. What I do know is this one being a 2014, if you want a Turbo S, this is 50% off of brand new.
Yeah.
And really just about as good.
Yeah. So, for whatever reason, the 991.1s are cheap. Like, you can get a 997 for the same price as a 991.1. I'm gonna take the 991.1 unless you get a manual, because it's a manual.
Like most videos, we haven't figured anything out, but we hope that you enjoyed it.
We probably left you more confused than you started.
But that's why you have to go to Porsche St. Paul, take this one for a drive, take other ones for a drive. Give yourselves an awkward high five, because that's as awkward as you can get. Make sure you click like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you very, very soon.
I feel like you guys watch us because you like to be confused. There's no other reason. You must love just being confused by us.